Hello viewers, welcome back to MuleSoft-TechZone. This is the continuation of our ACB series, and in our previous videos we have seen how to design an API specification and how to publish this API specification into Exchange. So in this video I'm going to show you like how to implement the designed API spec into your ACB. So basically what we will be able to do using ACB, the Anypoint code builder, is you can design your API. Once designed, you can publish to Exchange. That is the first step. And the second step is implement your API, or I can use like multiple terms, implement or develop, whatever you want, you can call it. So you can develop your API and then publish to Cloud Hub. And you can also like deploy. That's deploying into Cloud Hub is like deploy. So you can design, develop, deploy using ACB. But in this video I'll be showing you how to create a project over the designed API spec and how to run it locally. I'll be showing it to you. And as I said, like ACB is a new tool, even I am learning out of it, so just try to habituate yourself to ACB because there are many look and feel changes, so you might need to get used to it. Again, like don't forget to check out the extensions. If they are up to date, you can always go to the extension tab, search for MuleSoft, and then install the extensions and reload it before you do something. And don't forget to log in into your Anypoint platform account. All right, so now that I am in this API specification, which I have deployed this API into Exchange in our last video, let me quickly go and check. ACB demo. This is the API that I have published to Exchange. Again, like if you want to view the code, you can always view the code in the design center, but you cannot edit this API spec on your design center because it was not designed using design center. It was developed using ACB, but you can always view the code. Okay, and the ones which are designed using design center, you can always edit it. That's not a big thing. Okay, so next thing that we have to do is implement an API. So for that, you can always go to Mule logo here and then click on implement an API. So implement an API, give some name like my demo implementation, something like that. You can always change your project location, or if you want to keep it, you can keep it as it is. And now I need to search my API specification in the Exchange. So you have already logged into your Anypoint platform account. So now I can just type my RAML name. So ACB demo is my RAML that I have designed using ACB. And now click on add asset. This is how you will be adding your asset into your Anypoint code builder. So just click on create project. You can see some things are going on, and this is not my first time implementing an API using ACB. You might be getting some pop-ups to enable or allow. Please feel free to do so. Just enable. So you can see here, right, it is asking some exceptions. You can click on enable, and this is how the view looks like. It is loading, the flows are loading. Okay, and on my right side you can view the XML part of thing. Again folks, there are a lot of things that I need to explain regarding ACB, how to use it, but I'll go like step by step. I will explain few things in this video because I don't want everything to be there in one this thing. Okay, so project indexed, and it takes some time to load. Now this is how it looks. All right, so just like in Anypoint Studio, when we scaffold the RAML, it's like listener, like you have a listener, API kit, router, and you have like flows, like the connectors horizontally. But here it is different. The ACB looks different. It is like vertical. You can see like connectors are added like below, like one below the other one, right? And in in Anypoint Studio, the flows used to be like vertical, like first flow here, second flow here, third flow here. But here the flows are like side by side. Okay, it's quite opposite of what we do in Anypoint Studio. So basically, a flow contains a series of connectors where they are placed like vertically here. Okay, if you want to add a component, always you can click on plus symbol here, and you can add your components over here. Okay, again I will show you all those things. Right now I don't want to get into deep. Okay, I just wanted to show the scaffolded raml. Now let me go to HTTP listener here. Okay, here you can see how we have like general, advanced, and nodes, just like what is there in Anypoint Studio. Guys, nothing has changed. No code changes or syntax changes are happening in ACB. This is the main point you have to remember. It's only the look and feel, and of course ACB is more faster than Anypoint Studio. All right, now you might be getting a doubt, like I can see, yes, the general settings, then advanced settings, like whether it is a get post method, response streaming mode, all this you would see, like all those details you are seeing. But where are the general configuration, like where you can edit your host and port? Where are those details? Unfortunately, or maybe they might be releasing in the full release, but I'm not sure. But for now, you cannot add your configuration details somewhere here, like visually. You should always go to your XML and then edit it. Where? So it is already generated here, so you can see the configurations here, like 8081. If at all you need to change the port, there is no other way than changing in this XML file. You need to get used to this process. Okay, because like if I go here and probably like add snippet to MuleSoft ACB. Okay, working with code snippets, you need to get habituated with this code snippets, like let me quickly go to, so always like official MuleSoft documentation is always the best one. All right, here you can see they are asking you to add your HTTP listener configuration in XML directly. Okay, there is no other way. All right, so coming back here, if at all you want to add like HTTP requester component, you can always go ahead and type HTTP colon, or I think when we started this like symbol, you can see like the configurations are popping up here, right? So you can see like HTTP request configuration, and you need to keep like adding. There are many there. It will auto suggest you, but you need to get familiar with this XML code of thing. All right, so let me remove our HTTP request configuration because I am not going to use that right now. Now what? So yeah, I was talking about the HTTP listener configuration. This is where you need to edit it. How to test your HTTP configuration? Like there is a symbol here, the green icon. I am in a dark mode theme, but you can always view your run symbol here in the green color. Here you can see like it is saying like test connection. The tooltip is taking time to populate, but yeah, just click on run. So here it's saying like verifying connection. It will take a bit of time. Invalid connection, blah 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 blah, it says, because I think like one of my it's already running, but yeah, 8081 should ideally work. Invalid connection, there is like tooling exception. Again, tooling exception things, I don't have to be worried about that. Let's see if it is getting deployed or not, because like errors are always happy path for learning. Right, I am all good. And next thing, where can I, so if you see, this is my whole XML, and you can see my project structure. I forgot to show you the project structure. This is pom.xml file. Okay, here it is asking like blah 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 blah. If at all you need to install, please install it. And yeah, this is your pom.xml, your mule artifact JSON, and source file. These are the three files that are required for you to run an application, right? And if you open source, main, mule, resource, everything is there here. You won't be seeing the raml API folder here, so it's always there. Like for example, API kit router, it's taking time, give me a second to load. So API kit connection configuration, you can see like it is always a zip file here. All right, so let's go back to extensions and see if there is anything to reload. Okay, that's good. Now all that you can see, the raml, the basic raml that I have generated has for example, get account details, like create account and post. So initially when I was trying ACB, sorry. So initially when I was trying ACB, it was very hard for me to find out where these flows are. Okay, then as usual, I have read the documentation, because whatever I see the flow, you can see there is a drop down here and this is a flow. Okay, again, you can zoom in, zoom out your, you know, uh, flows, but this is how it shows. So on the canvas you can view only one flow at a time, like the main flow. This right now is a main flow, so you are able to view the main flow. Likewise, let me zoom in. Okay, here if you drop down, oops, so if you go to one of these flows, like if you want to go ideally, yeah, here is the flow list. Can you see here there is an icon called flow list? So here is where you can view your generated flows, or all the flows, list of flows, and click on that. You will get that particular flow details on your canvas. So remember, you can view only one flow on your canvas at a time. All right, so if you want to switch between flows, I know this is also some kind of probably those who got habituated with Anypoint Studio, where you can view all the flows, right? This is something new for you, but you know, if you get habituated this to this, you know, eventually you will be fine. So like that, you can view your you can view all of your flows here. Got it? So this is how you can, this is just a video to show you how to generate you know, how to implement an API, like how to download it, how the canvas looks like. So again, I wanted to explain, like on your left side it is the explorer, you can find your project details over here, and Anypoint code builder, this is where like you can actually get started with like clicking on implement an API, design in an API, etc. And again, go back to this explorer, and you can double click and you can always view your canvas and the XML view. And here there are like text editor. If you click on this, this is what it shows, like text editor. And again, you can click on this show canvas UI, you can see this, and this icon here, it is actually to deploy to Cloud Hub, but I'm not going to deploy to Cloud Hub right now, because in the coming session I wanted to show you some things like how to debug and all. And you can always split the editor like this, maybe if you want to open multiple flows at a time, so you can always go to this post, and here you can keep get. This is how you can view like multiple flows at a time, but I would not personally recommend, because the screen itself is very small. I don't want to go with that. Right, we are all good. So let me go to the main flow and deploy our application. So to deploy our application, you can just click on this show and run commands, or you can click on start debugging. Let me try that. Start debugging and debug Mule application, it will pop up. Okay, click on debug Mule application, automatically it will open your output, like the console. So this is debug console and this is output, where you can see like your application starts getting deployed. All right, so just try to get habituated to this new look and feel. All that I can see, like I just started using ACB, but all that I can say is like definitely the issues that we see in Anypoint Studio, like loading of Anypoint Studio getting stuck, I think ACB is far better in terms of performance. You can see my application is deployed. Okay, and now you can see like different icons here. Again, I'm not going to show you all the debugging stuff in this video, because in the next session I will show you how to keep the breakpoints and how to run it. But it is more or less whatever icons you see here, like step over. So step over, step into, all this stuff. Of course, like again, like step over in Anypoint Studio is probably like F6, but here it is F10. So those kind of stuff you can see. And here you are in a debugging Mule application row, and all the variables will be shown up here. All this stuff I will show you in the next this one video. But let me go ahead and rerun it, so you can see like I'm getting this response, and here it is. So this is how you can actually implement an API in ACB, just getting started with the implementation part, and deploy your application on local. And don't worry, you might be wondering like you are seeing something like unknown connector here, but this is due to the loading of the components. Maybe if I relaunch it, it will work. Yep. So if I'm just making sure if I have covered everything. So yep, in the terminal you can view the logs and all. You can view the terminal output is like if the build is success or not, and if you have any problems like warnings or all those stuff, you can view it here. And there are two views basically. On my left hand side you can view the canvas. I think I can probably move it to the right hand side as well, like whichever feels good to you. Try to switch your screens. So yeah, this is the XML version, and please note that configurations are to be written in XML directly. There is no place where you can edit here basically. Okay. Yep. That's all for this session. For more videos, to get the latest update from MuleSoft-TechZone, please do subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next session.